Ladies and gentlemen,
we are recording this on May 10th, and Fortune magazine says housing has hit rock bottom. High prices are shutting people out of the market. What did they go into? Low interest rates caused inflation. Then the Fed raised those interest rates to fight that. Did the home prices fall? No. So that equaled high prices, high mortgage rates, and low amount of home sales. Well, is all that true? I love when we get so much information and there's no graphs. Isn't that fascinating? Anyways, okay, here we go. Facts. Let's run through the facts. Perspective is everything. So let's zoom out a little bit and take a look at interest rates. Guess what, guys? Interest rates are historically average and normal right now. Yes, we are looking at about a 7.39% interest rate today, and 7.74 is historically average. So they are not high. They're average. All right, but what about high prices? Well, let's take a look at that. Prices of homes are not appreciating out of control. In fact, look at this trend line. We are not that out of whack. What has happened is the Great Recession, things came way down, and it took time for them to build back up. And then what happened? We had the pandemic and home buying went berserk, and it pushed it up a lot faster in a shorter amount of time than we have seen before. So are prices high? No, they've appreciated. Now, what about affordability? That's really the stat we're looking at and we need to look at here. So affordability has definitely been affected. And if you look at this slide right here, it's taking an average of 32% of somebody's total income for mortgage and insurance, which is on par with where we were in '06 and certainly a lot lower than we were back in 1981. However, here's the thing. If you do not buy, even if it is going to take 30-40% of your income to get into a home, and you have to do that. You have to. That's the only way to lock in your cost of living. There's no other way, because if you are renting, guess what? Your rent's going to continue to go up. Your mortgage doesn't. 30-year fixed rate mortgage stays. So why are home prices not dropping? Because if statistically we see, hey, home sales are coming down, it's rock bottom. Well, take a look at this. Here's the thing. What's rock bottom mean? Guys, we're not there. Look at the sales. So you look back at 2011 and we are still higher than that, which that was still tail end of the recession finally starting to pull out. And then look at that versus the amount of listings on the market, okay? So now we have this thing where we're kind of out of whack because there's a low sales, but a lot of listings. So that's why the prices drop. But look on the other end of this right now. We are at low inventory and we are at low amount of closings. Lower, not rock bottom, but lower. Why? Why are prices not coming down then? Because it's a supply and demand issue? Here's the thing. What happened is we lost all of these homes that were never built. Look at permits pulled. So in Atlanta, we were watching this trend. This is not a national graph, this is Atlanta specific, watching this trend of all these permits being pulled and homes being built. Then what happened? We fell off a cliff. So there was literally 50, 60, 70,000 homes just in Atlanta that were not built. Did population slow down? No, they didn't. So now we don't have enough homes for the people who are here. So we still have an inventory problem. So that means that sales versus inventory, prices aren't going anywhere. They're not. They're here. The prices are where they are. So what does that mean? If you're a first-time home buyer, buy a home. Quickly, lock in your cost of living and stop renting. All right, go to part 2 for today's Atlanta market update.
ladies and gentlemen,
Part 2, May 10th. All right, here we go. In Atlanta, we have back on market 487 homes, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. Median list price on those is $373,500. Why did I start with back on market instead of new listings? I'll tell you why. That number of back on market has been creeping up. As inventory has lightened, or we've had more inventory, so it's not as tight of a market right now, we are seeing buyers become a little bit more willing to go ahead and try to find the right home for them as opposed to settling for something that might need a lot more work. All right, so new listings, 2,700 2,578. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. Median list price on those $440,000. Huge jump up on those. Then we drop down to how many price reductions? 1,877 in the past week. 4 bedrooms, 2 baths. Median list price now $420,000. Still huge increase since we saw the end of last year. Expireds went down to only 216. Median list price on those 406. And 81 days on market before they were jumping out of the game. Withdrawn, 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, 479.9. Average days on market, 47. Active under contracts, 917. Lost my line there. 4 bedrooms, 2 baths. Median price point, 425. Big jump up there. Pendings 1,774. 4 bedrooms, 2 baths. Median list price 414.9. Closed 1,501. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. Median list price 410. That is a big jump in median median list price. Now versus the sales price of, guess what? 100% sales price to list price at and days on market 14. And so what does that mean? Pricing is everything. Pricing is a strategy, not a value. So if you look at those new listings, those averages being right around 440, and yet you look at what's under contract and what's sold is anywhere between 410 and 425, more than likely they're overpriced, they're gonna sit on the market. All right, thank you guys, have a great week. See you next week.